Hey everyone, someone sent in a question asking, has life or nature inspired my art? And if so, how and why has it? And I'm going to try to just walk through it a little bit and just speak on it. I think nature has definitely inspired my work because I love landscapes. I love the beauty of nature in every little leaf and living thing of nature. Because when you walk outside and especially in like a forest or a park or anything, it just everything is alive. The grass is alive, the trees are alive. Everything around you is just thriving, living, and I think we forget that from time to time, and we live in these inanimate object structures, where everything's dead, the concrete's dead, the carpet isn't alive. But when you go outside in nature, everything is alive. Everything is, it's just a different world than, it's funny to say that it's a different world than what we live in. Because I feel now, I think humans are just totally separate from nature. It's a sad thing, but that's just how it is now, for the most part. I mean, I try to get out in nature as much as I can. But anyway, so that's kind of how it's inspired me. I just love being out in nature. And I've traveled across the country a little bit throughout my life. I was born in southern Mississippi, but I've been up and down the East Coast. I've been to Florida. I've been to Texas, Oklahoma. I've been out west. I live in California now. I've been to Washington, Oregon. I drove all the way across the country, so I've been through the Midwest. I've been to Illinois, Missouri. I mean, I've been almost to every state in the country. There's a few here and there that I haven't been to, maybe 10 or 15 states I haven't been to that I would love to visit. But I've seen a lot of nature. I've been to a lot of places. I've been on a few vacations with family and things, and I've just seen a lot of different places. And it's so diverse just in this one little, even in California, the landscape can be so diverse. You go up north, it's all mountainous, green trees. You go kind of where I live a little bit, almost in the middle of California, down the valley, it's very dry. Mountains to each side, east and west. I mean, it's just so diverse just in one state. And it's the same all across the country. I mean, there's so many beautiful things. I'm just beginning to explore the tip of the West out here. I'd love to go to the Grand Canyon and Zion National Park, all that stuff. I've been to Yellowstone. That was awesome. So I've seen a lot of things, and a lot of things I enjoy, and I love that. And I really just want to capture that in my work. Capture the life that is out there. Everything is alive. I just want to capture that living moment of the planet and capture it. And this is an interesting part of it. It has life inspired my art. And definitely, just thinking in the past when I first started painting, I was going through a lot of rough times. A lot of things were going on in my life. I was going through a lot of hard times. And I think all that sadness and emotion that I had enabled me to express myself and kind of keep me sane for the most part, let me focus on something else. And I'm just going to give a few examples here of some of my work that kind of shows that. And even though this one, you might not even think about it, but the dark blues can represent sadness, etc. And if you think about it from the viewer's perspective, if you're viewing this painting, the viewer is kind of like standing in the darkness, but there's a path toward the light. And it's not like a religious theme or anything like that. I didn't make it to be a religious thing. But, it kind of just represents that sometimes you're in the dark, but, there's a path that you can walk, or that you can carve yourself. towards getting out of that darkness. So that's something that is kind of grim, but at the same time, I mean, it's hopeful. It's looking toward the future. It's looking to something greater than what I'm facing right now. So that's one thing, you know, doing paintings like that and having similar themes throughout my work. And this other one here that a lot of people like and I really enjoy, the painting I have called Widowed. You know, there's a little bird in there. Now this one, I woke up one day a few years ago when it was kind of like the first year of my painting, I believe. I woke up one day and I just got this idea for this painting. I just started painting it in the morning, and this one, basically, it really helped. I mean, it was almost like therapy to me. I mean, it sounds really weird, but painting this one just released a lot of stuff for me, because I was going through, part of a lot of the stuff that I was going through was from a relationship, a past relationship. So this one kind of signifies where I was at, and like I said, the future and where I want to be, and that I have a hopeful future, new beginnings, etc. So, and that's why it's called Widowed, because, you know, this tree basically represents me, where I was at, kind of dead. It was winter at the time, I believe. I was really cold, physically, mentally, emotionally, all those things. And so it's kind of like a dead tree, but there's a little cardinal on the tree, which a cardinal can represent new beginnings, or not reincarnation or something, but, you know, a revolution, a new beginning. So I added that in there as a little pop of color, but also to signify that the tree will be reborn again. Not reborn, but, you know, a new beginning. And, you know, this kind of just represents the past. You know, there used to be another tree here, but now there's not. So I'm widowed, or whatever you would call it. So it's kind of a very dark painting. You know, there's a little bird there facing away from the light source. I mean, there's a whole lot of stuff that I added into this that I don't know, at the time it just came out of me how I wanted it to. But and also the color scheme here, it gets even that deep, you know, the red, yellow, and blue. Mostly yellows down here, blue background, little red bird. If you think about that on the color wheel, it's a triangle, the primaries. Well, that kind of helped me to maintain a sense of balance, because, you know, a triangle is balanced. So that just signifies to keep balance in my life. It's kind of as a reminder. So a lot of things going on, and when I just created work like this, it was just inspired by certain feelings that I was going through. And it's funny that when I would go to shows and I would show that painting, a lot of people would walk by and go, they would look at it and go, that one speaks to me. But they didn't know all the meaning behind it that I have in it. But when you give something meaning like that, and there is meaning behind it, other people can relate to it in their own way. Maybe they can put a different meaning to it, whatever it means for them. But for me, that's probably one of my most meaningful paintings. It's just a new beginning, and it's just kind of that reminder. I mean, a lot of my work I love, and they mean a lot to me, but that one was one that just, it released a lot of stuff for me. So, so that's kind of how and why nature and life has inspired my art and my work up until this point. And I love nature, so I love painting nature and just capturing that life. So anyway, hope this was an interesting video. Like and subscribe if you wish to see more. I'd appreciate it. Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, post comments down below and let me know what you think. And how has nature or life inspired your work and inspired you? I'd love to hear from you. Anyway, take care of yourself. Peace, my friends.